What's up guys, it's Davey here from phonebuffstyle.com, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review on the T-Mobile HTC One S right here. So before I get into the review and talking about what I like and dislike, I'm going to do a quick hardware tour. So on the front of the device you have your 4.3 inch Super AMOLED QHD display that's 960 by 540 resolution. You have your home, multitask, and back buttons here at the bottom, which is pretty much standard for ice cream sandwich. At the top of the device, you have your front-facing VGA camera right here, your earpiece, regular sensors, and of course your T-Mobile logo. On the back of the device, you have your 8 megapixel camera capable of 1080p video capture, your LED flash, little HTC logo right here, Beats Audio logo. At the bottom, you have your speaker grill. On the left side of the device, you have nothing but the micro USB charging port. On the right side, you have nothing but your volume rocker for volume up and down. At the top, you have your 3.5mm headset jack, your power key right here, of course secondary mic right here. At the bottom you have nothing but your microphone, and if you wanted to put your SIM card in, you could prop this guy out right here by pulling it like that. You see I have a spot for my micro SIM, but there is no external SD, and of course the battery you can't pull out, so it's an internal battery, and that's what makes the phone thinner than what it could be or what it would have been if it was external. Anyways, with that hardware tour, I'll go ahead and get into what I like and dislike about the phone, starting with what I dislike so that way I could end it on a positive note. And I'll just go ahead and start with what I dislike. Alright, so one of the first things that I dislike about the HTC One S on T-Mobile is the screen. And I say that, mainly because it is T-Mobile's flagship phone. It's the best phone that they have on their lineup right now, and because of that, I just really expected an HD screen. I mean, T-Mobile is really the only carrier in the US that doesn't have an HD device. I mean, Sprint, Verizon, and AT&T all do. So that's definitely something that I'm not too happy with. It is a Super AMOLED screen. I mean, it is QHD, so it is a little bit higher resolution than that seen on the T-Mobile Galaxy S2. But again, it's not Super AMOLED Plus, so that's a knock on it. And also, I mean, with a pen tile display, you just really want to see an HD screen or a higher resolution to kind of hide the sub-pixel layout. But with that said, it's not that big of an issue. The screen, like I said, it is pretty good. I mean, I'm not too mad about it. I do enjoy it. It's just really, I just expected something better. But that's the first thing that I dislike. The second thing that I dislike about the HTC One S is the fact that it only has 16 gigabytes of internal storage. So as you can see, when I pull this guy out, or the top off, there's no slot for an SD card. So you're pretty much stuck with what you got. And there is services like Dropbox, which HTC has a partnership with, Google Drive if you wanted to store your files on Google servers. But it's just a shame to see that there wasn't an external SD card, and also only 16 gigabytes. And considering the fact that it is T-Mobile's flagship phone, I just expected more. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. And the last thing that really is surprising is the Beats Audio logo over here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's kind of fading already. I mean, I've only had the phone for a couple of weeks now, and that's probably mainly due to my case, which I took off for this review, but it's kind of chipping right here. It's kind of like painted on, while the screen, the hardware itself, you can scratch and you don't see anything on the actual body of the phone. The Beats Audio logo seems to be fading a little bit. And also, the other thing that I'm not too happy about, and I really wish that manufacturers would stop doing, is putting the power key here at the top. Because when you're using the phone, you're typically using it like this, scrolling about, and when you want to turn off the screen or turn it on, you would reach right here. But this is where the volume key is. Now to actually power the screen off, I have to either move my thumb up all the way over here, or I have to move my index finger like this to turn it off and turn it back on. So it's kind of a hassle. I don't know why HTC tends to stick with that design. Samsung seems to be pretty much set on putting it on the right side. Maybe they're just doing it to differentiate themselves, but that's something I definitely would rather see on the side of the device than on the top. But that's pretty much it when it comes to the things I dislike, because there's definitely more to like about the phone than there is dislike, and I'll go ahead and start talking about some of the things I like. Starting with the design of the HTC One S. When I first got this phone, and till this day, I still believe that the HTC One S is the best designed cell phone or smartphone I've ever used, and probably the best out there. I mean, it's just super thin, only 8mm or less than 8mm thin. It's, I believe, 7.5. The phone is super light, less than 120 grams, and the screen size seems to be just about perfect. I mean, it's not small by any means. Like the iPhone, I'd say, is a little bit of a small screen, where this guy, it gives you the best of both worlds. It's bigger, but it's not too big where you have trouble reaching a corner of the screens. For example, I could reach the bottom left, bottom right, and top left without having to move the phone around, without having to maneuver or tilt my hands or in any way. So definitely like the size. Definitely love the design. I mean, not just the size of it, but the actual way the device looks. You have the gradient gray, the materials that HTC used, the unibody aluminum design, makes it really tough. I mean, you can scratch the phone all you want and nothing really happens on here. I mean, there's no scratches at all, and I really appreciate that. It's about time phone manufacturers start doing that. If you drop the phone, you don't have to worry about a big old scratch. I mean, I'm not gonna test that theory, but I take HTC's word as far as it being scratch resistant. But that's pretty much all I want to say about the design. I mean, saying that it's the best designed phone or the best feeling phone or best looking phone that I've ever had or ever seen, I think says a lot about it. But with that said, I want to go over the next thing which I love about the phone, and that's the processor. I mean, that's the main thing that wanted me to get this phone, and that was the Snapdragon S4. I saw the benchmarks online and wanted to see how it performed in real life, and it pretty much performs how I expected it to. Being just a dual core, it's really fast. Everything just flies on the OS. I don't see any lagging whatsoever. I mean, pretty much everything I click or I tap on is pretty much instant, which is what everybody wants on their phone. I'll go ahead and run a quadrant benchmark standard test, so that way you guys could get a better idea as far as the performance goes. So let's go ahead and pause the video and let you guys see the results as soon as this is done.